Hey, what's going on, ladies and gents? We're here with Duke at Coney Island Hook and Bait Shop, and here he is showing us a worm. Now,
Sandworm.
This is a sandworm right here.
Yeah, this is a sandworm. This is one of the bass fishing's favorite meals here. They love sandworms. Nice. They're very active, quite vibrant. They stay wild quite a bit of a time on your hook. You see that mouth opening up? Do you see that mouth opening up?
Oh, it's very slippery. I see.
Oh yeah, he's alive. Oh boy, is he alive!
Now you keep them in the fridge, right?
Yes, we keep those in a nice cool setting. That way they say themselves nice. Oh wait, look at there. Look
now,
at
and
that.
you could smell him too. You could really smell him.
Yes, the freshness. Yes, he's like a baby little snake here. And the bass love him. The bluefish love him.
Now,
kingfish.
Now you said the bass, bluefish, kingfish. Now, is this your go-to bait right here? Worms.
Worms. We have clams. That's very great for the striped bass, the bluefish, the cocktails, the regular big bluefish. We have kingfish in this area here. We have some fluke. We have some flounder, winter flounder that's still moving about. The flounder season is now open. It opened up this month for the first time for the year. And as I said, we have quite a bit of great fishing going on here in Coney Island. This is one of your greater ones. But we have a lot of fresh bunker also. Fresh bunker is one of their main meals.
Please explain to us. Now, we noticed that a lot of people say, hey, I go out fishing, I throw my line out, I try to pull the fish in, my line breaks. Now, what are they doing wrong? Please explain.
Well, one thing we try to let everyone know to do is to try to set yourself up with the proper gear that you're working with. The proper test line for the size reel you're using. We like to use the proper barrels, swivels, and steel leaders if you are working mostly with bluefish and larger fish like that, because you want to make sure you don't have the fish take you down near rocks, rub your line, and give them that little getaway point.
I see what you're saying. So now, can you please show us a rod that you normally use? Is this a rod you'll normally use right here?
I would use a medium to light rod, nothing too heavy. I'd like a rod that can give you the opportunity to move around with, not to make your arms too heavy, something that you'll be able to pop with, to cast with, to either just do a little jigging at a time, you know what I mean? Because when you're out here on the ocean, you have to use different kind of techniques in order to get yourself that prize-winning fish.
Got you. So now, if let's say you go out, you cast out a line, what's your process?
See, once I cast out, I get myself out there in the optimal space, then I get myself locked into, either I'm going to be doing something with a big piece of chunker bunker, I put it in a rod holder.
Now, what's a chunker bunker for those people that don't know?
A chunker bunker is a fresh bunker fish, which is all meat. He is strictly for the fish.
Is he alive?
Eating. The bunker fish only come in schools. They're alive. They bite. They have teeth. So you must be careful.
So you have to hook the fish in the back of the spine type of situation.
Exactly. Or you could use chunks, which is really nice. Chunks are really always good because once you get a chunk out there, you can just set it there. The fish will come, pick it up, and make a run with it. Or you'll be using something down the line of a plastic bait. Something down that emulates a nice fish just moving along in the ocean. Something that already has a head weight in it. These fish here, these swim baits here, are optimal for more ocean fishing, for larger line fishes. Then we have other items such as spoons, which we're using here. The yapatas are really good and popular. They get out just enough to give yourself just enough shine to make the fish come in. Most fish are 5 to 10 feet from the edge of the water because they're in looking for all the bait.
So let me ask you a question. In regards to when you throw out a line and then it's out there, do you and a fish grabs it, do you just try to pull it in as fast as possible, or do you dance with it? What's your process?
Well, the first part you have to do is set your hook. First, you know that you have the fish on the line. You get a few few small tangles, bing, 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 just an indication when you pick up your rod easily. You want to just give it a small twist just to know that he's on there. And once he's on there, you want to set your line. You give it one pull, and the fish is going to do the same thing. Once you set that hook in his mouth, he's going to pull back. You're going to pull back and just hold it for 1 second. You'll see he's dancing and popping and banging. You know he's on there. Then you want to start bringing him in. If you have a large enough fish, you will feel it, and you'll notice that he'll be doing either two things, going left, right, or he's doing some dipping. If you're in deep enough water, he'll be dipping. Only thing you're doing is be bringing him in. If he's giving your rod a lot of tension, only thing you do is reach around your front here and you open up your drag just a little bit, just to give him a little running space.
Got you. Okay. And you stop twisting.
Right. You stop twisting. You let him run. You're going to see the line. It's going to feed off, and once it starts feeding off, you reach right back around here and you lock up your line a little bit, and you'll see it stop, and it'll stop dancing, and it'll go right back into the bend. You know that he's still on there. You bringing him in. You start, as I said, you could turn him. You could either control your fish by keeping up the spin of your reel. You want to keep a nice even flow going at the same time, long as you don't feel him giving you too much
resistance.
Too much resistance at times. So once the more resistant come, you play with him a little bit, give him a little bit more drag. You let him go. Only thing you're doing is tiring a fish out. Big fish need to be caught at a time. You cannot bring a big fish in too fast.
Now, after you get them towards shore, what's your next procedure?
Okay.
Now, please tell us about this hook that you have to your right.
Okay.
Now, once you get them on shore, they're very close, and some people claim, oh, right when I'm about to bring them in, I lose them.
Right. Well, this is the case when you're trying to put too much stress on them and take them too fast. As I said, if you're in a beach situation, you're going to be tiring the fish out. You let them run. You bring him in, you let him run, you bring him in. Once you get him close enough, he'll be tired enough, but he has enough strength to buck right loose, and that's where this comes in handy at. Either you have yourself a belt gaff, something that's right on your side. You don't have to put nothing down. You just grab your rod here. You have your line on there. You have your gaff in your hand. You get your line in your hand here. You have a shocker. Most of the time we prefer shockers here because there's a lot of heavy rocks. A shocker is 65 pounds, a leader line that's down near your hook. That way it gives you that little extra pulling power.
Got you.
You can wrap your hand around it. You reach right out with your gaff and you hook them and you drag them on in.
Drag them in. Got you. Duke, we truly appreciate the lesson. People truly appreciate you. Please tell people where they can find you. What's the address?
We're here in Brooklyn, New York. The Coney Island Hook and Bait Shop is on 24th and Mermaid, between Mermaid and Neptune. We're here in the heart of the island. Come straight down Mermaid if you come off the train, and you'll see us here to the right.
I appreciate you, Duke, and the lesson was very much appreciated by the viewers. You have a wonderful day. Now, please tell us what's the name of this ride? Something they can get real quick. The real setup.
This is a nice Tsunami. A Citadel, which is on sale here now. We have these on sale for $49.99, which is a nice medium to light, which will bring in any bluefish, striped bass.
So now, what's $49.99? The whole setup?
Yes, sir. We have it on sale today for $49.99 with a smaller reel. This particular setup is $75.99 because this is medium to heavy.
Got you. That's amazing. So now with the smaller reel for
$49.99. You'll receive a 6-foot rod, a smaller Tsunami reel, which is. Is
it enough to catch the fish that you're talking about?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
everything here, we try to set you up with what is for this terrain. We don't want to give you a rod that won't pull in the bluefish or striped bass at this time of the year.
And how many pounds can you pull in, would you say?
25, 30-pound fish out there.
Now, let's say people pull out the fish. Now, what do you normally do? Do people eat the fish they pull out normally?
Some people are doing catch and release, which is a great thing because they're just enjoying their day fishing. And some people are taking the fish home, as long as it's as of the proper weight and size.
What's the proper weight and size? Do you know off the top?
Well, not off the top. I can't. Well, 28 inches for our striped bass here in Brooklyn, New York. This year, 28 inches for the minimal, and anything under that is a throwback.
I appreciate you, my friend. I appreciate you. You definitely always hook us up with the great information. I always come to you. And thank you, viewers. Thank you. Have a wonderful.
Have a good day.
Take care.